Hello, hello, and welcome to Earth Rose Tarot. I'm here to do the Capricorn March 2021 general love reading. Hello, my lovely Capricorns. How are you doing? Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm sorry your reading is a little bit later on in the month this time, but I always rotate it, so I'll definitely do you earlier. I try and be fair, even though otherwise I'd be doing Capricorn first every month because I'm super biased. Anyway, so this is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus. Cross watchers, you're also very welcome. Bear in mind this is a general love reading, so it's not going to resonate with every Capricorn out there. And being a general reading, you might find that some parts resonate and others don't. So just take what does resonate and leave the rest. And if this isn't your messages today, if you're not feeling like what's coming through is true to your story, then you can always just bear in mind it's not yours and check out one of your other placements. Maybe something will be there for you this time. So my lovely Cappies, please do leave me a comment if this resonates or you enjoy it. I'd love to hear from you. Subscribe to the channel, that would be amazing. And hit me a like. I'm going to be doing a bonus love reading for whichever sign gets the most likes. Oh, hello. It's the Hermit jumping out. Some Virgo energy, right. So yeah, definitely hit like on the video for me as well. That'd be wonderful. So I'm going to start with getting some general messages for you, and then we'll go into a full and detailed spread about you and your person. So let's start. For Capricorn, please, can we get some general messages for Capricorn in love this month? What's going on for my Capricorns? Capricorn, please. Thank you. Oh, okay. Can we get a few more, please? Capricorn. Thank you. Wow, strong Pisces energy already. And we have just finished Pisces season. Wow, this is all major arcana so far. Can we get a couple more, please? Oh, maybe one more for Capricorn, please. One more. Thank you. Okay, finally some minor arcana. Right, so we have the Moon, the Hanged Man, the Lovers, the Emperor, and the Five of Pentacles. So strong Pisces, some Gemini, and some Aries. Okay, so wow, that is a powerful combination. I would say you have the most major arcana that's popped out immediately, Capricorn. Yeah, there may be a bit, you may have experienced some emotional confusion during Pisces season, which, as I said, is just finished, and funnily enough, we're going into Aries season now. So, but other than that, what I can see is there's definitely been some emotional confusion, maybe because you have been left in limbo, or there's been some sort of delay, something has been on pause, a lack of closure anyway, or just maybe some sort of silence, taking a time out, or somebody's been taking a time out. There could be some sort of fear about progressing in a connection. Now with the Lovers here, there's definitely a strong bond, absolutely beautiful romantic love between you and someone. I am also seeing this kind of the combination of like the watery side and the fiery side, just the fact that we have Pisces here and Aries here, and just if you look at the card, it's kind of like that fire and water balance of yin and yang. Now it doesn't mean you have to be dealing with water or fire. It could just be talking about the fact that the two of you complement each other beautifully, but the Lovers can also talk about choice, and I'm kind of seeing that there may have been some sort of choice about whether to progress further with a connection. And someone may have been acting, perhaps the more masculine side of the connection may have been, or someone's been in that energy of being quite slow to action, slow to a decision, maybe quite stubborn, trying to keep strong control over what happens, and in the process has left somebody out, feeling left out in the cold, feeling maybe ghosted, kind of alone, ignored, kind of not really cared for right now, and yeah, this kind of, and it could have been to do with fear, or something that wasn't hasn't been revealed yet with that Moon card. So let's see. Oh my goodness, now we've got the Sun at the bottom of the deck here, so that is very strong energy that's coming through here. But the Sun is very positive. There is happiness. There is you know, when the Moon goes down, the Sun goes up, you know, is telling me this may have been like a cycle that you've been on, like, which may be something you're going to come out of with the sun here. The sun is going to shine again in this connection. The sun is also, some people say it's Leo energy, but for me it's just more about the sun. But it is certainly fiery, and it's very positive. It's a feeling of happiness and success with this sun card for me, and being recognized for your worth, and kind of that feeling of standing strong and victorious. So let's see. I mean, with the Emperor here as well, there could be someone who has a bit of an ego, which could be part of the issue as to why you've been left on pause. But let's do some clarification, Capricorn. So can I get the card for the Moon, please? Why is the Moon here for Capricorn? Why is the Moon here for my Cappies? Oh, grief. Now we have the Magician. So, I mean, that is all about manifestation, making something happen. But that's what I mean. It's like, I feel like someone was really wanting to progress, wanting to make something happen, but there has been a delay, a sense of holding back because of fear. And as I said that, look, we have the Eight of Swords that just flipped. So yeah, this is someone who's very much up in their head, maybe over-analyzing, wanting to keep control over everything, but in the process, just stuck. This is very stuck energy with the Eight of Swords and the Hanged Man. A lot of overthinking and, about what might lie ahead. So can we get another card for the Hanged Man, please? Thank you. Page of Pentacles. So you may be waiting or considering yourself reaching out to someone with a message or an offer, but yeah, it hasn't been happening, whether you're waiting to receive it or thinking about sending it, because of a lot of overthinking, which has left the situation hanging in limbo. So why is the Lovers here, please, for my Capricorn? Why is the Lovers here? Thank you. See? Yet more major arcana. Now we have the High Priestess. So interesting. More Pisces energy. We've got every Pisces card now. So I mean, someone could have a Pisces placement, or this could just be maybe someone has a Mars in Pisces, just with the Emperor here as well. It just made me think of that. But yeah, the High Priestess, the Lovers can talk about a choice. As I said, maybe it doesn't have to be a choice between people. It could be more a choice of whether to continue and progress this connection or not. The High Priestess, there has definitely been a lot of silence and someone's been doing a lot of internalization of this, a lot of thinking and not much action recently. So why is the Emperor here? I mean, it can also talk about things that are hidden, secrets. I mean, the Moon can as well. Let me get another card on the High Priestess, actually, while I say that. One more for the High Priestess, thank you. Interesting, but no, I just think it's more about someone considering whether to get in touch to keep the energy going. I mean, we have the Page of Wands that came out to clarify the High Priestess, which is it's talking about communication, lighthearted. And with the Page of Pentacles as well, this is definitely, considering reaching out again. Maybe the thing is that someone wants to reach out, but they're just going inside, doing a lot of thinking instead. So why is the Emperor here, please? I mean, the Page of Wands is communication and the High Priestess is basically silence. So this is the thing. Someone's been withholding communication, like I'm getting. Why is the Emperor here, please? For my Capricorns, thank you. The Seven of Wands. So yeah, now this can be it can certainly be an energy of perseverance. And often with this card, I get a sense of like, putting the work in against all odds to make something happen, to like fight for what you believe in, kind of defending your position. But with the Emperor here, I'm getting more a sense of someone being a little bit standoffish, being a little bit cold, defensive, or even like pushing someone away and needing everything to be on their terms. So why is the Five of Pentacles here? Oh, sorry, that kind of came out reversed, but I'm going to read it upright because I just get the feeling it should be. So the Six of Cups. So now with the Five of Pentacles and this clarifying it, I feel like this is talking about potentially someone could be coming in to apologize at some point, or just to come back into your life, Capricorn, who may have left you out in the cold recently during this time of being kind of left in limbo and having the silent treatment. Otherwise, someone is just, maybe you've been missing someone or reminiscing about when times, you know, the good times you've had together. This is really thinking about someone a lot as well, feeling very sweet, a lot of love as well, I have to say. But yeah, with the Five of Pentacles, it could be that someone wants to come back in, maybe apologize for the delay, the lack of communication, but let me see, or just be like thinking a lot about you. Can you give me another card for the Five of Pentacles and the Six of Cups, please, for my Capricorns? Thank you. The Strength card. So now this is strong Leo, absolutely, but it's kind of like again a sense of holding back, and there could be some pride involved as well. I'm getting that maybe someone wants to reach out, but again their ego might be getting in the way, or just they're holding back in doing so. So anything else for my Capricorns of what's going to be coming in regarding this connection before we go into the spread? Anything else? How is Capricorn feeling at the moment regarding this love connection? Let's see. Well, we've got the Fool and the Three of Cups that came out kind of together, and the Ten of Swords. So you might be kind of ready for maybe to get some closure. Maybe you're thinking this is over, or you're ready for it to be. I mean, this kind of came out reversed, so it's tricky. I get the sense of more you're wondering if something is over. You may be feeling quite, a little bit betrayed, or you may have gone through some serious heartache during this time of being left in silence. And you're just wanting to like leave this situation of being delay, of fear, of overthinking in the past, and kind of really get going. Again, we've got the Fool, as well as the Magician and the Emperor. I mean, this is kind of more about wanting to make something happen, and kind of let's get going. Let's focus on what is ahead then. I mean, we're coming out with the Three of Cups that can certainly talk about reunion, but also just enjoying yourself, happiness. I kind of feel like you're done with, you know, feeling alone, feeling left out in the cold. You're looking more ahead of enjoying yourself, of letting off some steam. You know, even if this is over, then I'm just going to focus on the future and what is ahead of me, rather than what has already happened. But I feel this Ten of Swords is very painful though, so it's kind of like it has caused you a lot of hurt. And I the way it came out, I get a sense you're not sure of whether it's over or not. I could be wrong, but that's just my feeling. So let's see what is at the bottom of the deck now. We have the Tower. Good grief, Capricorn. So this is can be Scorpio energy, but it's actually, funnily enough, Mars energy, which is exactly what I was saying. I mentioned Mars earlier. Anyway, so yeah, it's upheaval, it's shocking, it can be a sense of something falling apart. It can just, I mean, with that Ten of Swords that we just saw, you could feel like something that you were building and there was some progress has all come crashing down again, and you've been thrown from some sort of foundation you thought you were building, maybe with somebody. But let's get into it, because I feel like someone is doing a lot of thinking about you, but just has been holding back in a very kind of stubborn way. And we did see that Hermit right at the beginning as well, which is definitely talking about that sense of solitude and thinking, and a lot of soul searching. So I'm going to get into your spread now, my lovely Capricorns. Let me get the top 12 cards for my Cappies, please. Now, the 12th card, I normally ask what is happening for you in the month of March between you and this person. Now, I'm still going to basically ask that question for the spread, but I understand we don't have much of March left. So bear in mind, though, that tarot is timeless. So, you could be watching this and it's actually resonating with something that happened a year ago, or someone could come across this video a year after it's been put up and find that it is their message for them now. So don't get too worried about in fact, I'm saying March. It's just more for you to kind of have a guideline. So anyway, that's enough about that. And of course, other than time being fluid. Tarot, the energies are as well. So if when I'm talking about one person, how they feel about the other, if you find it's flipped, it's the other way around for you, that's absolutely fine too. So let me get the top 12 cards for the spread for my lovely Capricorns, please, in love. March 2021. Okay, let's go. Okay. It's the High Priestess again, and the Hermit. Wow. Seven of Wands again. Oh, the Lovers again. Yeah. Okay. Oh, Cappy. Interesting. All right. So at the bottom of the deck, we have the Emperor again. There you go. Aries, and you know what I was just saying about him. So I won't repeat myself too much, but there is definitely a very strong masculine energy, or someone's in that masculine energy of wanting to control the situation in terms of how fast it progresses. You know, no, we need to do it this way. There's kind of like a sense of there are ways that things that need to be done, and it's kind of their way that they want things to be done by, if that makes sense. They not too flexible, a little bit stubborn, can be a little bit arrogant, but this is someone who's holding the power in their hands and kind of not really compromising at the moment in terms of any push-pull kind of thing here. Let's see what's going on. There you go, Six of Cups again. So I'm just getting a sense of, again, like someone may be missing you, or you might be missing them, Capricorn, or you might be missing each other, certainly. But there is this sense of sweet sentimentality, like as in thinking very sweetly about each other, reminiscing. Again, this could be, I feel like this is someone you already know for sure, that is what this is going on about. Oh my goodness, look at that. Oh. Now we've got the Ten of Cups. So, I mean, this Ten of Cups is one of my favorites. It's so sweet and beautiful, and it is about not just blissful happiness and, you know, attainment of everything you could wish for that would make you so happy, but it's also like the one you want to be with, and it's such a sweet family depicted here all together. And interesting, we've got the Six of Cups, which is about children as well. So there could be some sort of factor about children that is kind of affecting this person by being quite stubborn or controlling. Maybe for some of you, maybe they do have children which they have to keep in mind before progressing in any sort of relationship. Maybe you do as well, and could be a factor. Or otherwise, I'm just getting a sense of I'm not really getting immaturity, because the Emperor is not immature. The Emperor is a very mature person, but it could have been something to do with their childhood that's actually affecting and, you know, their fears about progressing in the connection, possibly. Otherwise, this is someone who's actually seeing you, Capricorn, sorry if I get my words out, as someone, the one basically that they want to settle down with, that they would be very happy with and having a family with and that kind of thing, but they're still being very stubborn and closed off emotionally about, even though if they're thinking about all of those things. At the bottom of the deck we have the King of Cups, so that's interesting. We've got the Queen of Cups on the spread already. Now the King of Cups is water, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So this is quite a contradiction compared to the Emperor. So the King of Cups is very emotionally affectionate, deeply emotionally mature as well, loves very deeply, and is very sensitive and understanding. But to be fair, the King of Cups doesn't always express completely his feelings. He just feels them very deeply. So let's see what's going on. My goodness. Now we've got the Four of Wands as well. The Four of Wands, the Ten of Cups, Six of Cups, King of Cups. I mean, this is serious business. I mean, the Four of Wands is, to me, it's suggesting quite a fated connection, to be honest. It can also talk about leveling up, a connection, a marriage, living together. I mean, we've already seen the signs maybe someone wants to have children with you, but this is also like a marriage card as well for me. So this could be something that someone is thinking about, or like a factor of whether that's a direction they want to go in. Let's see what else. Interesting. Now we have the Queen of Swords and we have the King of Swords on the spread. So there, it's kind of like two power couples here, the King and Queen of Swords, King and Queen of Cups, that are already here just from this first deck. So let's see what else happens when I clarify. But the Queen of Swords is, can be, other than the fact she's air energy, so Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, she is someone who has been through it and has experienced a lot. She's quite wise, but also can be a little bit hardened by her experiences in love, kind of being quite tough. It's kind of someone who has learned the hard way about, you know, the difficult sides of love and relationships and that kind of thing, and has been kind of left disappointed. And, you know, she's no longer communicating either because she kind of feels perhaps a little bit defeated. She knows some sort of truths that are hard to know, if that makes sense. Like, hard to accept, but she has accepted them, and has left her sad and kind of hardened. Also, I would say this would definitely be someone who's been left out in the cold as well, and that has made her go cold herself. So it's an interesting combination here. It could be someone who is, I mean, this is more, you know, someone who has dealt with, you know, kind of emperor kind of energy of someone being very closed off and stubborn. So it's almost as this contrast of stubborn and cold, detached energy, but then there's so much love and thinking of real long-term potential as well. So interesting. Let me get your next layer right away, and then I'll go through everything. So can we clarify for Capricorn, please, with the top 12 cards? Let me clarify. Oh, interesting. Well, the Ace of Wands flipping there. That actually flipped from one of the other decks when I was doing your pre-shuffle, so it's positive. Some sort of new beginning, certainly. As I was saying, that kind of feeling of the sun rising again, there being like a new dawn. Let's see. I'm going to clarify for Capricorn with the top 12 cards. Please clarify what is already laid out for Capricorn and the person on their mind whilst watching this video. Oh, Seven of Wands flipping as well. Okay, let's go. That's good. There's the High Priestess again. The High Priestess about how they feel about you and how they see you. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, now we have the King and Queen of Wands on the spread as well. Are we going to have all four pairs? Let's see. Whoa. The Seven of Wands clarifying the Seven of Wands. Okay. Oh my goodness. What's going on? Okay, yeah. Look, the Two of Cups on the spread twice as well, I should tell you. Okay, bottom of the deck now we have the Moon. So we've already saw it. It was the first card that came out. So definitely, other than Pisces energy, there is a fear here of what lies ahead. And that could be a fear of progression, you know, down this road. Is someone going to get hurt? There's definitely a lot of barriers here, as in emotional barriers, guards that people have. So I feel this could be a fear of actually getting hurt that is part of the issue. It's also, you might feel, the way there's two little tanuki spirits here. One of them is looking at the real moon and one of them is looking at the reflection of the moon. So it's kind of that Pisces season energy of, having so much deep emotions for someone but you're wondering, is it real or did I imagine it? Was it, did I just kind of project how I feel about them onto this person and I'm just seeing a reflection of my feelings rather than how they really feel? It's a real sense of emotional confusion and fear of progression and what lies ahead. Okay, so we've got the 9 of Pentacles underneath that. I'm not surprised to see that in your reading, Capricorn, because this is a very Capricorn energy for me. The 9 of Pentacles is very single, self-sufficient and successful, definitely. Money looking really good. You might have been focusing on your career and work and making your money and this kind of thing, whilst to kind of, you see how this guy is like really happy and smiling as well in his work. He's very happy. It's bearing fruit for him, literally. So it's kind of like, in the emotional side, very confusing, very painful. So I'm going to kind of focus on my independence. You could be dealing with someone who is behaving like this as well. Yeah, so we have the 2 of Wands next. So this is involving a decision about which direction to take this. And I was getting that with the moon. It's kind of like, are we going to do this or not? Is this going to take me in a different direction than I was already planning to go on? Now that could be your person and what has been causing the delay. But yeah, some needing to make some sort of decision. There could be travel involved with that 2 of Wands or the need to move. So let's see what's going on. The bottom of the deck. Okay, we have the 8 of Wands. So there is a lot of passion. Absolutely. Now, for me with the 8 of Wands, that does suggest that communication is coming in. That is absolutely like communication back and forth, moving quite quickly as well. So let's see what's going on. Oh, look at that. There's that 6 of Cups again. So for me, it was what I was saying, you felt left out in the cold, having the silent treatment, but this is what came out to clarify that 6 of Cups of someone thinking about you, thinking maybe to do something sweet, to apologize for being away for so long or just having disappeared for a while, and there being communication coming in out of the blue. You see also how this communication is literally fiery and it's coming in like this icy landscape, so it's kind of heating things back up again. Let's see. Well, next to that, the 8 of Cups. So yeah, this is the thing. I feel like someone wants to get in touch, communicate, perhaps apologize for having emotionally detached or, kind of walked away from the connection. Now, the 8 of Cups does actually walk off into the mountains to become the hermit, the character on the 8 of Cups. So that is the progression, and the hermit is already on the spread just spoiler alert, in what happened in the past. So I feel like someone did kind of turn their back on their emotions, their feelings, and detach, even though from what I can see they clearly have a lot of emotions, but they kind of turn their back on it to walk away. Maybe they just to do some thinking, maybe to take a pause, to go into that kind of hanged man mode and do as I said, have a time out. But this is suggesting to me that it's coming back in a big way. So let's see. So how you feel about your person is, sorry, I just have to say, look at this, literally Aries, Pisces energy, and we're going from Pisces into Aries season. So I think there's going to actually, literally in like the last couple of days, so I think there's going to be some positive progress as we move forward later into March, even perhaps something around the full moon, which I believe is on the 28th of March. So anyway, let's crack on. How you're feeling about your person, Capricorn. We have the 6 of Swords, which certainly is positive. It's kind of a sense of moving on from maybe mental conflict about them or communication issues moving forward. So you may feel like you're ready to move on from this as well. So as I was saying with that kind of Fool that I saw coming out at the beginning, I just got this sense you're like, I just need to know what is going on at this stage, and to kind of leave what you have been feeling in the past and move forward from it. But there's, the 6 of Swords, I mean, certainly the person is on their own in this particular card, in the boat, and see how the 6 swords are just kind of at the side with the choppy waters, and he's kind of moving away from that with no communication and just off into clear waters. So you may feel like you just want to leave this where it is and just move on and kind of free yourself from any overthinking. But it's interesting to me that we have the Wheel of Fortune as well. So this, you may feel like also there was some sort of timing that has been an issue, or that there's some element of fated connection. But I just feel like also you want things to go in your favor, and for there to be progress and moving on from where you've been feeling. Like positive change at this point is what you feel is needed. Now, how they feel about you is the Queen of Cups and the High Priestess. So Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and Pisces again. But the Queen of Cups is very loving, kind, caring energy. So for some of you who are dealing with someone who you feel resonates with this Queen of Cups character, you feel like, or they feel like they want to offer their love to you, that they want to look after you, that they have a lot of love for you. Now, if it's more that you're resonating with this person and this is how your person is feeling about you, I get a sense that they feel like you are all those characteristics I just mentioned. They feel like you are very kind, loving, caring, and like supportive, but they also feel like that they're kind of keeping how they feel about you hidden inside, is kind of what I'm getting. Like they feel still like they can't communicate how they feel about you, and they're internalizing their feelings for you, even if they do have a lot of love for you, whichever way way around it goes, but they're silent about it. Now, how they may feel like they can't express how they feel about you right now for one reason or another. Now, how they see you is also the High Priestess and the Fool. So I don't think you guys, I think I've said that enough at the beginning, but I don't think you guys have been communicating with each other recently, because there's definitely a sense that you're both feeling that either you can't communicate, and they're also seeing that you're not communicating with them and being very silent and keeping your cards very close to your chest. Now, they may, with this High Priestess, they may see that you have a kind of spirituality about you as well. Perhaps some of them recognize that about you, but otherwise it's combined with this Fool energy, I feel like they're seeing that you are keeping silent, and maybe even just focused on moving on some sort of new beginning, on looking ahead, looking elsewhere, and focused on what is ahead of you rather than what is behind you at this point. They could also see that they would need to actually take a risk and express themselves to you, and they know that they would have to take that leap of faith. That's how, when they think of you, that's what they know. They're aware that this would involve just taking a risk to maybe express how they feel about you. Now, what happened in the past, there's that Hermit, Virgo energy, and the Queen of Wands, which is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So in the past, yes, someone has been doing a lot of soul searching, and there has been some sense of being in solitude and taking time alone to sort of search for answers, again, I would say, inside themselves. Now, with the Queen of Wands, this is a very different energy. This is very confident, sexy, powerful, kind of, what's the word? Owning your power and feeling very strong, and not, letting this situation kind of knock your self-esteem. So it may be that you have been taking time alone, or you both have, but you're still embodying your power, but there's been a lot of, so this is positive. It's kind of like I'm seeing that you haven't let this knock you, your sense of self, Capricorn, but there has been a sense of being in solitude and doing a lot of thinking. Now, the current mutual energy is the King of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini again, and the Three of Wands. So, I mean, The King of Swords, similarly to the Queen, is quite cold and detached, but also with this King of Swords, this is someone kind of head over heart, very logical and very strategic as well. Not very communicative and not necessarily, gushing with emotion either, but yeah, definitely quite poker faced, quite rigid. Now, with the Three of Wands, this is kind of taking every step to progress towards some sort of future. I'm kind of getting the sense of, both of you are still in that kind of silent, I almost want to say like hard nut to crack. You could both be. I mean, I know I can be, and some other Capricorns can be as well, so there's no criticism, but yeah, just having a hard exterior and just ploughing on with taking every step that you can to go towards the future that you want. Maybe that's in some, your goals, your dreams for work, for your home and this kind of thing, but wanting to progress forward and just trying to be very, let's just think about this and make plans and take the steps necessary. So what your person wishes would happen in the connection, Capricorn, we have the Seven of Wands twice. So I'm going to definitely get a third layer, so we'll try and find out more information here. But the Seven of Wands, it can go either way. It can certainly be to fight for something and to really put the work in and kind of make something happen and fight for your beliefs, defend not just yourself but also defend the connection and not let anybody else come near you either. But it can also strongly be to kind of fight off the connection. I have to be like frank. It can be a sense of like being very guarded, very defensive, just kind of keeping someone at arm's length. Now, this could just be what they want to happen for the time being, because they clearly don't feel like they can actually express with that High Priestess how they actually feel about you. They're keeping it very much internalized. So right now they're just trying to kind of fight off maybe even how they feel. So I'll get some more though. So how they see, what is the block or challenge in the connection? The Lovers and the Two of Cups. So, how can I put this? Because these cards are absolutely beautiful and are all about the fact that there is a strong, undeniable love connection between the two of you. I almost get that the challenge could be for both of you is that maybe you feel like you're ready to move on and they see you, focused on what is ahead of you, and they're wanting to like fight this connection off. But I feel like the challenge is that neither of you can, because there is such an undeniable connection between the two of you. I mean, the Lovers and the Two of Cups on top of each other is just, it's like a soulmate connection. You are so connected with this person on a head and heart level, chemistry off the charts. You could feel like when you're with this person, you just feel completely different to when you're with or speaking to anybody else. And in terms of a challenge, it's more of a challenge to actually moving on from this. You're unable to move on from it because of the strength of the connection between the two of you. So that's what I'm getting so far. Now, the intentions of this person towards you, Capricorn. I've got the Knight of Swords. So that would definitely tell me that they intend to communicate, and to be quite courageous and to speak something that they need to get off their chest to you. Now, the Six of Wands for me here is talking about maybe telling you just how amazing they think you are, because the Six of Wands is victory, success. So it may be an element that they want to have victory with you, but it's also acknowledging your worth, having your worth recognized and appreciated, and really being noticed by others as absolutely incredible. So if they haven't told you before, because they're keeping this very like cold exterior with the Emperor and the King of Swords, I feel like their intention is to tell you exactly how amazing they think you are and to really recognize that. And it may very much, if they do follow through on this intention, it would definitely come out of the blue, I would say, with that Knight of Swords. So what you need to know about their current situation, we've got the Two of Swords and the Ace of Cups, which kind of tells me everything. The Two of Swords is very blocked energy, indecisive as well. And the Ace of Cups is that beautiful new beginning in love. And it's kind of what we saw at the beginning of this whole thing being left in this painful kind of state of limbo and pause. And I feel it's because this person cannot make a decision, maybe even about opening, taking the guard down they have put up, the walls that they've put up around their heart, and actually embracing this beautiful new beginning in love. But right now they're blocked to it. Now, they are aware that it's there though. When it's in their current situation, they are aware that this new beginning is right in front of them, but they just are paralyzed maybe by overthinking as well. Now, the action they're going to take towards you next. We've got the Ten of Wands, which is talking about feeling quite burdened. And then we have that Queen of Cups, which, remember, is how they feel about you as well. That's why I'm saying I think for most of you, they feel like you are that beautifully kind, caring, loving person. And I do think that they have quite a lot of love for your beautiful character, Capricorn. So the action they're going to take towards you next, it would seem to almost be still carrying around the weight of how they feel about you without actually just dropping an unnecessary burden and just expressing it. But this is also talking about really being deep in their emotions, and I feel like that is going to burden them. I'm not laughing like it to be horrible, but it's just like, just express it. But clearly this person has a real issue with that. But yeah, let's see what else. So your advice, there's that Two of Cups again. Now, when the Two of Cups comes up in your advice or anyone's advice, I feel like this is absolutely a confirmation that this is a soulmate connection. Now, of course, we don't have to be with the soulmate. As a lot of people do, I feel like we have multiple soulmates throughout our life. Some of them are for longer and deeper connections, and others are there to teach us lessons. But yes, this is a soulmate connection. This is the reason that you can't shake, the connection, because you are very much connected to each other. Now, with the Five of Wands, in terms of advice, it could be telling you that there is an element of conflict going on, maybe even competition. Could be other people getting involved in the connection and putting in, their 2 cents, or, it could just be like friends or family members that are causing an issue and at the moment. Now, in terms of advice also, it could be to let go of any kind of tendencies. For the Five of Wands is a very petty, like egoic battle of egos and pride, certainly, the negative sides, that kind of thing, of those things getting in the way of something beautiful. So we'll get some more information before I go on about your advice and what's going to be happening between the two of you this month or the near future. We've got the King of Wands, so that's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and the Nine of Wands. Now, this is pretty good, I have to say. Now, the King of Wands is someone who really goes after what they want. It is someone very determined, very passionate, can be quite charismatic as well, but really action orientated, which is good because, the current mutual energy is kind of that King of Swords, quite cold. Now, the King of Wands is all about really going for it, making something happen. Again, Aries season, woohoo! But the Nine of Wands, it can talk about there still being some, boundaries, some guards up, someone still having a bit of a hard shell to crack, but it is also talking about persevering and not giving up with the Nine of Wands. Even if someone is kind of putting up a bit of a wall, not giving up on them or the connection. So let's see. Let me get your next layer, Capricorn, and we'll go through everything again. So let me clarify for my lovely Cappies, please. And of course, if this is resonating, please do leave me a comment. That'd be amazing. So, my lovely Capricorns, can we clarify with the top 12 cards? Please clarify what is already laid out. Okay, let's go. Oh my goodness, the moon again. The Seven of Wands again. Wow. Oh my gosh. Your person is so defensive, Capricorn. Wow. The Two of Cups again. Interesting. Oh, the King of Wands clarifying the King of Wands. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Temperance card, so card of Sagittarius. This is definitely, well, it's certainly about patience, which I feel like you've had a lot of patience recently, Capricorn. Don't shoot the messenger for me saying patience, because I feel like you have already been. But this is a sense of like inner peace, going with the flow, kind of looking after yourself, maybe even spending some more time in nature. This could be for your person as well, kind of doing some self-healing and enjoying looking after yourself and a sense of peace as well. So let's see what's going on. Yeah, interesting. So we have the Four of Swords next to that. This is very strong, like healing energy, but healing in silence. Someone may need more time with this combination before they are ready to communicate something. Maybe they still have wounds from previous connections, previous relationships that are still affecting them and causing them heartache, that they still need some time, which means that they're not ready at the moment. So let's see what's going on. One more. Now we have the Wheel of Fortune behind that. So lovely to see. This is definitely, from what I can see, there is sort of some divine guidance going on in this connection. There is divine timing as well. So I'm definitely getting a strong message with these three cards of someone, the timing isn't right just yet. There is still a need to wait. There's still a sense of silence going on, but there is positive change coming. Things are being guided to happen for your best interest. Things will be changing in your favor, but when the timing is right. So I'm also getting a sense that as the seasons change, it just popped into my head that there will be progress as well. So I feel like maybe it'll be coming out of the winter into well, obviously if you're in the hemisphere of like the UK where I am, for example, we're about to go into spring. So it's kind of like that sense of being able to maybe spend more time in nature is going to bring some positive change as well. Just popped into my head, so I have to say it. So yeah, we've got the Nine of Wands again. So someone is very guarded and has, in this particular Nine of Wands, this is really putting up a wall to avoid being hurt. And I think that's the issue here, is that why someone has got such a hard shell is they are very fearful of opening up and getting hurt again. So yeah, look at this now, Four of Pentacles. Now this Four of Pentacles is someone choosing to isolate themselves and put themselves into a state of solitude, and she's not happy about it. The solitude is making her feel lonely, and but it's of her own doing. It's of her own choice, or gender irrelevant. It's talking about the person here who has chosen to isolate themselves off, put this brick wall around her in this case, where there's all this like beautiful nature outside or beautiful emotions to be experienced, but she's just this person is choosing to cut themselves off and put up a wall. So let's see, and focus on their work. We've got the Eight of Pentacles again, so definitely could be the person you're dealing with could also be just really focusing on their career, their finances at this time as well. They could have some sort of sense of lack of money, or of like material, resources they feel might be lacking, and that they're not ready, as could be an element as well. So they're really focused on improving their finances and their resources first right now. So let's go through. So how you feel about your person, Capricorn, is clarified by the Eight of Swords. Now for me, this is saying that you have felt stuck unable to actually progress this forward, but also, you know, you can't stop thinking about them either. You can't just walk off from this, because look how his feet are bound and tied. He is just standing on this edge, just waiting again for something to happen, and yeah, feeling stuck, frustrated probably, and that's why I'm getting this sense of you like, oh, I just need to move on from this, but or you know, for there to be change for the better, for positive, in my favor. But I do feel like change is coming. It's just a case of timing. So how they feel about you is clarified by the moon. So strong, really strong Pisces. But the moon here is telling me this person is probably dreaming about you, or you might be having dreams about each other, or daydreaming about you, certainly. This is kind of like they feel so much love for you, but it's all hidden beneath the surface. They may imagine being with you, and again, this sense that the two of you might be quite different. You might be different to their usual type, but that you work together beautifully. But they also feel like they can't express it. You see how the moon is almost identical in both of these cards as well, completely different decks. So yeah, very, very emotional. If you feel like they don't have any emotion for you because they've got this hard, cold exterior, that's not the case. They really do, but they just don't feel like they can express it at the moment. Now, how they see you is clarified by the Seven of Wands. So here I'm getting more a sense that they know that they need to fight for this with this Seven of Wands, because otherwise you are going to go off in a different direction, have a new beginning elsewhere, because you're no longer communicating with them either, and they may see that you are kind of really standing your ground by not communicating with them, like you're not giving in either, and you know, to, I don't know, chase them or something. You know, you're like, no, I am standing my ground, I'm keeping stumm, and I'm focused on the future now. So what happened in the past between the two of you is clarified by the World. So, I mean, the World is this kind of sense of things coming to fruition, success. It's also a beautiful World card here because it's actually two people together, and it's kind of like they make them each other complete, like kind of, there's obviously each person is complete on their own, but like together they are an even stronger entity, like, and a very strong soul bond with this World card. So beautiful, kind of, again, that sense of yin and yang of the two of you complementing each other beautifully. But yeah, there was still a lot of soul searching, but it's hard to explain. Let me get another card for what happened in the past between you guys. Get another clarification, please, for what happened in the past between Capricorn and their person. Why is the Queen of Wands here? Why is the Queen of Wands here? Thank you. Temperance. Interesting. So strong Sagittarius energy. But that's what I mean in terms of you were very patient doing, you know, you're allowing this person to do their soul searching as well, but also being strong, being confident, because maybe, you know, there was this strong connection between the two of you. Let's see, can we get a card to clarify the World, please? Why is the World card here? Thank you. Oh, the Five of Swords. So could have been an element of being at a distance from each other as well. Maybe there was a bit of long distance, or someone traveling. I know not many people are able to travel still, but maybe that was, maybe someone was doing some deciding on whether to do some traveling. But yeah, definitely, again, that sign that there's been communications issues or definite silence. So can we get one more card, please? What happened in the past between Capricorn and their person? One more. Thank you. The Six of Wands. Again, yeah, I was kind of getting the Six of Wands with that Queen of Wands and the Two of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck now. So as much as the two of you were aware of the other person's value, in the past there has been soul searching, silence, and just trying to be patient and go with the flow, not let this kind of knock your confidence or your outward appearance, I would say as well. You may have been also internalizing a lot of how you felt, and both of you, but outwardly very strong, very magnetic. So interesting. So the current mutual energy is clarified by the Ten of Pentacles. So this is actually very positive, Capricorn, because as much as there is this cold outward exterior right now and cold emotional feeling, someone is actually strategizing, or you both might be, about the steps you can take to progress towards a future. Now, I was saying it could be what your goals and your dreams for your life in terms of work or home, but it's clarified by this Ten of Pentacles, which is absolutely beautiful. And it is, in this deck, it's all about basically marriage, commitment, long term. There's literally a wedding on this card. So it's, as much as there's this cold energy going on, also someone's doing a lot of thinking and planning about how to take their life towards a direction of settling down, of commitment and marriage potentially. Now, we did kind of get that feeling here with this first deck of this like Emperor, but then look at what was behind it with the Ten of Cups and the Queen of Swords, but someone looking at her, you know, through the gates of the Four of Wands. So yeah, you may not realize, because of how this person's acting, just the kind of intentions that they have in terms of the long term of this connection. Now, what this person wishes would happen in the connection is clarified by the King of Swords. Now, this is definitely really standing up for what they believe in, I'm going to say, because first I was kind of getting a sense of like kind of keeping you at arm's length. Now, certainly this is quite defensive energy as well with this King of Swords, but this particular one is actually talking about there maybe being some sort of backlash for their ideas of what they want to do, but this King of Swords is standing up and speaking and fighting for what he believes in, and this is definitely defending their position. Now, it could be if there is some sort of conflict caused by other people about this connection. I don't know why there would be, but maybe for some of you that will make sense. You know, maybe there are people putting their 2 cents in, as I said earlier, then what they want is to stand up and fight for this. It could just be that in general, they want to stand up and fight for this connection with you because they see that they have to do that, otherwise you will go off in a new direction. But what is the block or the challenge is clarified by the King of Cups. So it's interesting to me because this is all love, deep love and emotion. It's just in terms of a challenge, I would just get the fact that the emotions haven't been expressed. And what is blocking this from progressing is that someone has deep feelings, but is not actually, you might, I mean, with this combination, this is just such deep love for each other, but maybe both of you haven't told the other person how you feel about each other, perhaps, but because you feel stuck, like you can't move this forward, they feel like they can't actually tell you how they feel about you. I mean, this is just the challenge, is how deep your love is for each other, but clearly maybe no one said it. Now, the intentions of this person towards you, Capricorn, is clarified by the Death card. It's a card of Scorpio. Now, listen, that is major transformation and change. This is taking things to the next level, stepping through a gateway, a portal into a new chapter with you. And their intention is to get something off their chest and communicate probably just how amazing they think you are to actually bring change to this connection. That's their intentions. What you need to know about their current situation is clarified by that Two of Cups. Now, this is the third deck we've seen it. So yes, their current situation, as I said, they're fully aware. This is not someone who is not aware of how deep their love is for you, Capricorn. Their situation is kind of being completely in love with you, but just trying to avoid looking at it, dealing with it, making some sort of decision about it. Now, the action they're going to take towards you next is clarified by the Sun. Now, the Sun card is extremely positive, and it is happiness and victory as well. But the only thing made me pause is this Sun card is more of someone who's very solo and about their individual success and being admired, and kind of the focus being on them. So let me get a little bit more clarification. Sorry, I just dropped those. Let me pick them up. Could you clarify for me, please? What action is this person going to take towards Capricorn next? Can you tell me more? Because what I'm seeing so far is that they're just kind of continue carrying the burden of how much they love you, and just kind of focus on themselves. I have to be honest. Let me see if there's anything else. The action this person is going to take towards Capricorn next. Please, can you clarify for me? What action are they going to take towards my lovely Cappies, please? Well, okay, what have we got? The Moon, shockingly. The Ten of Swords. The Seven of Pentacles. Yeah. The Hermit. Oh, God. Yeah. Okay. Anything else? Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Hierophant at the bottom of the deck there. Okay, look. I was just about to say that this person with this, we've got the Three of Cups that came out as well. So I was kind of, and the Seven of Pentacles here. I very much feel like the action they're going to take towards you next is to continue thinking about whether to progress this. As I was saying right at the very beginning with the Moon card that came out, whether to continue down this road or not, and doing a lot of reflection with that Seven of Pentacles. And for me, it's like to either end it with the Ten of Swords, or to bring around some sort of reunion with the Three of Cups. And then what came out afterwards was the Judgment card, which is that making a decision. But it's not going to be a quick decision, I'm sorry to say, because with the Seven of Pentacles, that is more reflection. The Hermit is, you know, soul searching, doing a lot of thinking. So they are still going to be deciding whether to, you know, call this a day to end it, or to bring some sort of reunion. I mean, as I said, it is just for March, so this could be something that changes as we go into April, but for the time being, that's the action they're going to take towards you next. And as I said, it's not easy for them. The fact they're still carrying around this burden of how much they love you, but they're just more focused on doing things on their own at the moment with that Sun card. Now, interestingly though, that they're still thinking about this for the long term, that this is actually going to go somewhere towards your marriage and family, but not telling you, I don't think. Now, your advice is clarified by the Nine of Swords. So this is a lot of worry, anxiety, being kept up at night, a lot of conflict, and not just conflict between different people or, you know, egoic, petty conflict, but also mental torment and conflict as well. So in terms of your advice, it might be to try and let go of those kind of like overthinking tendencies. But let me get you a little bit more. What is the advice for Capricorn? Anything else, please? Oh, Capricorn. Oh, okay. Some of you could be dealing with another Capricorn, I have to say, because we have the King of Pentacles came out as well. Now, this could, of course, be you. It could be Virgo or Taurus for some of you as well, but we do kind of have all the signs on the spread now. So anything else for the advice for Capricorn, please? I am definitely getting to really, you know, keep the focus on your abundance, your success. Wow, strong Virgo energy. Yeah. Anything else for the advice for Capricorn? Oh, wow. Look at that. Page of Cups at the bottom there. So, listen, I was just saying it could be a Capricorn maybe, or a Virgo, and we have Virgo and Capricorn cards coming out. So for some of you, you could be dealing with one of those signs, but this is what came out in terms of your advice. Is with the Eight of Pentacles, continue to focus on your abundance, on your success. That King of Pentacles as well, other than it perhaps being another earth sign, is continue focusing on your stability, your money. I think, you know, money can be really good for you right now and successful for you in work. In terms of this connection, there is still a lot of conflict going on for your person, and internal conflict as well, which is causing there's still soul searching going on, and you're still very connected to each other with the devil, but that is kind of for me, this Nine of Swords, kind of obsessing about this as well, which isn't doing you probably any favors, because it will come to fruition when the timing is right. And the Two of Swords is this situation is kind of blocked right now. Perhaps someone has these kind of, with the devil, maybe has some sort of toxicity in their life that they have to deal with that Five of Wands, of maybe other people getting involved with the connection. But I do feel like they are going to fight for the connection from what I can see, but it is going to have to be when they're ready. And so in the meantime, this situation is kind of blocked, so just kind of focus on your own success. Know that the connection is not going anywhere between the two of you. With that Two of Cups as well, you're very much still connected to each other. There is just so much mental torture and maybe, what's the word, like disruption going on in someone's life right now, that means that they can't, that Two of Swords that we saw here, they can't actually make a decision about love right now. Now, what is going to be happening between the two of you this month, or in the near future, is clarified by the King of Wands again, so twice. So as I said, things could be progressing as we move forward into Aries season, because this is more of the same, like taking action, very passionate, not giving up. So as we've got the same card again, let me just clarify a little bit more for you. Sorry for the very long video. I need to talk faster. So can we get a little bit more, please? What's happening for Capricorn between them and their person for the rest of this month and the near future, please? What's going to be happening for Capricorn and their person? Clarify a little bit more. Thank you. Oop, sorry. A little bit more for Capricorn, please. The Wheel of Fortune was the first card that came out. So as I said, when the timing is right, this is being divinely guided, and it will happen when it's supposed to happen, if that makes sense. I think there's definitely saying, though, that there's going to be positive change and things moving in your favor. Perhaps there will be a shift with this person actually taking action as well as we move forward. The Nine of Pentacles, though, is telling me that it's still, you know, kind of self-sufficient, successful single person energy, though, as well. What else? Anything else happening for my Capricorn and their person, please? The rest of this month and in the near future. I'll get a little bit more. The Star. Wow, that's beautiful. That is positive, healing, can be wish fulfillment. Maybe this is a very positive shift, positive change in the dynamic. Can we get a couple more, please? Thank you. Oh, the Seven of Wands for like the 5th time. So, okay, there's definitely still a kind of guarded element, I would say. Could also be passionately fighting for this, or taking action to kind of persevere and not give up with that Nine of Wands as well. Anything else, please, for my Capricorns? What's happening? Anything else? Oh, okay. Oh, hello. Oh, okay, that'll do. Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck now. Interesting. So, what else came out? Oh, giddy aunt. And we have the Hermit again, guys. Surprise, surprise. So, but look at this progression. The Eight of Swords, completely stuck. Very stuck energy, stuck in the head, as we saw at the very beginning. The Hermit doing a lot of soul searching. The Eight of Cups, we've seen all these cards already, you know, walking away to go into solitude, to do a lot of thinking. Beautiful, though, the progression to the Six of Cups, coming back in, apologizing, you know, for maybe, as I said at the very start, being away so long, doing something sweet, some sort of gesture. And what else came out? The Three of Pentacles, actually working together to build something, to put work into this. And the Magician, manifestation. So don't fret, Capricorn. I feel like that is with the advice as well with this Nine of Swords. There's no need to fret. The connection is there. It is being guided by things happening at the right time for you. This person is not going to give up. There is going to be a positive shift, positive change in the connection. Just remain positive thinking as well with the star, because you are manifesting right now. So you are very abundant and successful, and you're very powerful, I would say, with that magician and the star. So, and I don't feel like someone is going to give up when they are coming in to take action. Now, the King of Wands I would normally say could be a new person entering the scene, maybe someone more action orientated. Maybe for some of you have got a fire sign coming in at the end of this month, and you might be a little bit guarded about them potentially. But the reason I say that I feel that it's all the same person is because we had this progression of, this is definitely the person you've been dealing with, who's been stuck in their head and doing a lot of thinking. But there is going to be a change in the dynamic, and I feel like they are going to be kind of more able with that Three of Pentacles to actually compromise and get out of needing to control the situation entirely. So that's what I've got for you, my dear Capricorns. I really hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much if you're still watching by this point. I'm sorry, I thought I got better at doing these things shorter, but the last couple have been really long. So thank you for all your support. Please do leave me a comment if you enjoyed it or if it resonated. Hit the like button, and if Capricorn gets the most likes, I'll do a bonus love reading. And subscribe to the channel, that'd be wonderful. And I just hope you have an amazing rest of March, and I'll speak to you soon. Thanks, Capricorn. Bye.